So my name is Steve Winterhalter. I'm here today to speak a little bit about how video marketing drives sales. And you know, I've been in the affiliate business for a long time, actually dating back to the last century. But for the last year and a half, I've been involved with video advertising. And I feel that this gives me some unique perspective to share with my fellow affiliate marketers about how video marketing drives sales. You know, traditionally people have held that video is a form of brand marketing, and that what we affiliates do is more akin to direct sales. And I used to believe that too, but in the past year or so, my opinions have changed. I think that there's not this distinction that exists between brand and direct. And I know affiliates are so great at driving sales, so I feel like if I can do a couple things here today, one, just to plant a few seeds with affiliates. I know there's so much creativity. If you bring video to the front of your promotions, then there's a lot of possibilities. And two, I just want to talk about sort of the raw power of video, why it's such a great format for advertising. But before I get started, actually, you know, I've printed up this entire presentation for you, and if you like, I could just hand out the literature, and you could just read this instead of having me present. Does anybody want to just go ahead and do that? Okay, one person, come on. Okay, well, so only one person, so I guess I'll go ahead and present, and that actually leads me to the next slide. And really, the reason I've gone to great lengths on this slide to show you, one of the reasons why video is so powerful is because people don't read, right? Sure, we love to cuddle up in a warm corner of our house with 50 Shades of Grey, or reading our books or literature, but how many of us like to cuddle up with some marketing copy or product description or read ad copy? Not too many of us, right? I certainly don't. So here's really one of the foremost reasons why video is so awesome. I forgot to mention there's one other thing I'd like to do as part of this presentation. It's Sunday. I want to keep things kind of light. I want to entertain. So I've actually got a couple of videos. How couldn't I, right, with a video presentation? So let's go ahead and roll. Okay, I thought that was pretty funny, but you know, how dare I come in here and share an ad with you, right? I mean, what's that all about? I certainly have nothing to do with the ad. I'm not promoting anything about that. But the fact that I did share an ad with you is a point all in itself, right? The point is that one of the things about video is that it can be consumable content, it can be entertainment or information value, but it can also be advertising. And this is what makes people want to watch it and what makes people want to share it. So there's an enormous appetite for video content out there. And you know, just a couple of proof points. GigaOM has reported that just putting the word video in your emails increases the open rate by 50%. Forrester reports that videos that have emails in them get opened get 2 to 3 times more click-throughs than emails with no video in them. So again, we want video. We want to read less. Show me some video. And I just have, and I've got one more to show us also a little bit farther along. Just back to the raw power of video again. You know, they've done research on the recall that people have seeing things visually. And I forget the percentages, who really cares about that anyway, but you get X percentage for seeing things visually. You get Y percentage for hearing things. When you combine the two, you get something that's greater than the sum of those parts. But with video also, think about one other element to this. You've got an emotional quality to it. You can really get people spiked up. And of course, when you combine emotion with the message that you're delivering, then recall goes through the roof. So advertisers love this. What they love really is, more specifically, is called engagement. And engagement is engagement with the audiences that consume their content. And the slide, the image on top shows how engagement is measured. So off screen, Dr. McCoy is watching some video and they're measuring the engagement, his engagement. That I'm not quite sure what the video is. Does anybody have any ideas what he might be watching? Anybody? Someone in back? No? I don't really actually know either, but I expect it could be, you know, Miley Cyrus's latest performance. Actually, the graph on the bottom is how video is measured. It shows from the left, it's the length of a video, and as you would expect in the beginning is the highest level of engagement, right, as they measure audiences. I literally pulled this out of YouTube too. If you submit videos to YouTube, if you're a content creator, you have tools where you can see how people engage with your videos. So it's great, right? Through the course of this video, you can see how engaged people are. And in fact, you might see some videos where there's a spike partway through. And if you watch the content where you see that spike, now you know what's the part that they liked best, what resonated with that video viewer the most. So you can't do this with a lot of advertising, but with video you can. So I'm going to try not to make this too complicated here. I've boiled the types of advertising, the types of media opportunities available to advertisers, which is owned, paid, and earned media. And just quickly, owned media is kind of like having your own website and your own videos on your website, right? Video has a lot of benefits. If you embed video on your website, you've just opened up new channels to the search engines. Your SEO is going to be better. You're more connected in the fabric of the internet. Paid media is what we all know and do a lot of our promotions in, whether it's search or whether it's email or whether it's retargeting or any other type of promotion that we do. You can think of that we pay for. That's called paid media. And I'll tell you this, anything that you can do with other forms of promotions you can do with video, only better. You're going to get higher conversions. You're going to get more engagement. You're going to drive more sales. And so paid media is important. You know, in fact, YouTube is, most people know this, YouTube is the second biggest search engine out there. And you can actually play sort of the natural search ranking game on YouTube, as well as the paid search ranking game. The only difference, the same as you do on Google or other search engines, the only difference is you're using video as your ad unit. So I think that's pretty important, and I think it's probably underutilized and possibly underknown by a lot of us in the affiliate community. The last type, earned media, is kind of like PR, I suppose. It's when, let's say you made a fantastic video and it's so good that it gets shared, and so it's being earned. You could see in the background, hopefully you can see, that's just some of the platforms. I mean, we've gotten really good at sharing videos, and all these platforms do it. And so if you make a good video, you get that earned media. Okay, back to the entertainment portion of this presentation. Hope you enjoy this one as well.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Okay, I heard a few laughs out there. I've seen that like 25 times and I'm still laughing. Shows you what Kmart's up to these days. But there was a point in that one as well. And the point is that what I feel that we do, what we've all been doing as affiliates, I would call sort of push marketing. We push our promotions out there. We push the 10% off or the free shipping or the new fall products. And that's great, right? We're putting our offer right out there to people. We're sort of pushing that to them. Video is a little bit different. I think of it in terms of a pull. We put the video out there and someone can choose to engage with that or they don't have to. But once they do, they can choose again to learn more and interact with the brand, engage with it, and hopefully take up the offer that's ultimately, you know, what we're all about, is having these offers taken up. So push versus pull. Okay, the obligatory charts, it's Sunday, so I try to stay away from charts, but just quickly to give you an idea about what's going on in the video world in terms of consumption, the chart on the left shows ad spend. We all know that advertising dollars go where the eyeballs are. And this chart on the left is a projection from 2011 through 2016, starting at $2 billion, going up to $9.3 billion in 2016, 365% growth, 60% per year on average. And that's great, right? $9.3 billion, okay, got it. But let me make it a little bit more relevant and map those same numbers on the left to the right. The ones on the right, that's total ad spend in those same years. And I know someone might catch me on that 2015 twice. Don't know if you caught that. But that big yellow bar, those big yellow bars are all ad spend. That's Super Bowl ad spend, that's outdoor advertising, that's TV commercials, that's digital. So I think it's impressive that video is making such a big mark. I want to just talk a little bit about the present state of the affiliate world as I see it. The chart on the left, not super important what it is. It's about bandwidth, video bandwidth. If we're about less than halfway through in 2014, we know that it's about mobile, right? Mobile bandwidth, pardon me, and we think that everything's mobile these days, but according to this chart, we haven't seen anything yet. Reason it's relevant to this presentation is because mobile is driving a lot of video consumption. It's somewhere around 40% of video consumption right now. On the right, the death of TV, that's sort of old news, or at least we've been talking about it for a long time. And you know what? TV viewing is not going away. The content is not going away. But I'll tell you this, all of the studios and major content producers are making their content, finding ways to increasingly make their content available through digital. Obviously, we want to watch things when we want to watch them and when we want to watch them, and you can't do that all gathered around the family TV after supper like we used to. At least I used to. Just to kind of put a couple more nails in the coffin of sort of the current state of affairs relevant to video, did you know that DoubleClick reports a 0.1% click-through rate in display banners? Pretty depressing. Even more depressing if you consider that 85% of all those clicks are done by 8% of the people. And in the case of mobile, half of all clicks are accidental. Makes sense. So I'm told, it's been reported that you have a better chance of surviving a plane crash than you do of clicking through on a banner. Or you're more likely, I should say. Just to kind of bring it down even more into the affiliate world also, and here I'm still comparing video, the power of video with everything else out there. As we all know, affiliate marketing, we get paid as affiliates for driving that last click. And so we've all focused on that. We've all concentrated on that, and frankly, it's gotten a little bit crowded. And there's been a few types of affiliates that have really dominated the space as well. Right? The content affiliates, we thought content was king. Nuh-uh, that's not true. What's proven to be the top dog has been more of the types of affiliates that facilitate transactions, loyalty sites, for example, or coupon sites. Those are the ones that typically are driving the last click. So if you've been someone who's been really involved in some type of niche content, that might be great. You're helping people out, and you can even be adding value to the advertisers, but you may not be getting paid for it. As you can see by the video marketing part on the right, video marketing addresses all of the segments of the consumer purchase journey, right from the top to the bottom, from generating that awareness all the way through to the end sale. And you may say, hey Steve, that's great. You know, we really would like to do that for our advertisers, and maybe we will, but are we still going to lose out and not get commission? And you know, that's the part that hasn't been completely fixed yet, right? We all know about this world of last click attribution, and people are working on it, right? But what I suggest is, if you're an affiliate and you want to use video, well, why don't you talk to your network reps or to your advertisers and say, listen, I'm using video. I'm really adding a lot of extra value into the consumer for the advertiser. I'm helping make these, stimulate these purchases. I may even be driving larger purchases. So I'd like a little bit more commission. I've talked to a lot of advertisers, and I won't name names, but they're generally in favor of that, especially if you can use their video. And maybe get paid on a view-through basis as well. You know, anyone that does go on and makes a purchase, well, maybe we can track it back to the fact that they also saw a video on your site or through any of your promotions. So I think that's important. I think if we all kind of push a little bit, there'll be a much bigger space for video in our affiliate world. There really should be. Just some quick slide. These are just some statistics. I actually want to, for the sake of time, want to just blow past that one. This one, though, I think is really, really interesting. 174%, for those people that buy things, 174% more likely to, pardon me, let me restate this. If you watch a video, you're 174% more likely to make a purchase than if you don't. What more proof in the pudding is there than that? We've talked about more click-through rates, and we've talked about this now. I'm telling you, video converts. So how can affiliate marketers use video to generate sales? You got to begin by knowing a lot about it, knowing how people consume video, which devices, when they do it. Are they consuming it for entertainment value, or are they consuming it for information value? Which device, again, is it during work or is it at nighttime? And then with that information and with your particular expertises, decide what kind of videos you might like to make. You could make product comparisons, or you could make product reviews, or industry reviews, or how-tos. I've heard it recently said that these can be grouped together in a category called explainer videos. And one thing I know is it's not difficult to make a video. The production values, are difficult to achieve good production values. So anyone can make video, not anyone can make good video. But I will say, and you've all seen videos that you've enjoyed and shared before, they don't necessarily have to have high production values to get circulated and to drive sales, right? If they're very creative, they'll still do the trick. I don't want to take anything away from people that make really quality videos. If you can make quality creative videos, then you're well ahead of the game. So just one observation that I've had in the last year or so that I've been doing this also, I don't make videos actually, but we as affiliate marketers tend to focus on the product first and the advertiser, and then we go out there and figure out, okay, how can we bring a lot of people to this? How can we drive traffic for our advertisers? And really, if you're an advertiser too, how do we drive traffic? But what I've noticed in the video world is that what the content creators do is they create an audience first. And of course, you can do this on the YouTube channel, right? Pretty much de facto, you have to be on YouTube with your videos if you're going to market videos, but you can also be in other places. So the contrast again is building an audience versus taking a product and marketing that. Try to think about it from both directions, and I think it'll go well. So I'm just going to jump through this slide in the interest of time. I've covered all those points anyway, so don't worry. In conclusion, actually, it's been a really short presentation, but why is video? One of the reasons it's so awesome, again, it's very information dense. Picture's worth 1,000 words. How many is a video worth? Video works in all three media types: paid, owned, and earned. Works through all stages of the sales funnel, from awareness through action. Again, just bringing more options, more places where you can engage an audience and try to sell them on the product. Content can be advertising. It really can. You can talk about, a trail guide while demoing some great new shoes. It converts better. Hopefully that's one takeaway. It converts at every conversion point you can think of, whether it's click-throughs or opens or purchases or less returns that occur from people who have viewed video before making the purchase. That's a nice one. It's more memorable. I'm sure you'll be remembering the videos that you saw here today. Shareable, maybe even viral. And it formats well to our devices and into our lives. We decide how we want to consume video, and with the technology available today, we get it however we like. And lastly, there are different types of video formats. Each brings a different way to market and to target. So I hope that I've inspired some creativity among you all, and that you'll get out there and bring affiliate to video, and bring video to affiliate and make some money. It's about time. This affiliate world needs to get bigger, and we need to take on some new formats and some new ways of doing what we've done really well for so long, and to do it even better. So thank you very much.